All right, what's up, you guys? UFO Proof here. Running a couple minutes late, but that's okay. I was trying to get everything set up, and today is a special show because we are going to have the original UFO crew on the broadcast tonight. The people who started it all, us, UFO Proof. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. We're the ones who started that shit, and the original guys who started it with me are starting the stream now, and so it'll be like a nice big old family reunion. um, I believe at the beginning we are going to start out with the last two previous guests we had on, which is Alex, Mr. D.B. Cooper, and Cubid. So hopefully they're going to jump on here soon. I sent them the link. They, sure are very excited to come on and do this all over again. I know every time we do a Google Hangouts or a chat, just off camera, just for ourselves or whatever, we always have a blast. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Tonight, the topics about whatever we come up with, and feel free to join and share your thoughts on anything, bring up any subject you want, ask any questions you want, as we really like to engage with our audience. Okay, so I see someone, Q is here. Let's get him on screen. There he is, you sexy motherfucker.
Hey, Carl.
I can hear your beautiful voice. I love it. I just want to
Right.
lick the side of your face.
Right, let me just get that link out to Alex and
All right,
Jax.
cool.
I've got Cyrus and Cons waiting as well for you.
All right, excellent.
Do you want me to
Let's get
send
them.
it to everybody?
Yeah, send it to him. Let's go ahead and stop it with Jackson, Cyrus, and we'll keep that group as it is for now.
Do you want me to throw it out to Cons as well?
Uh, how many people is that? Then that's what, six,
Uh,
or is
yeah.
that? Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and throw it out to cons, and then leave it at that.
Okie
You
doke,
know.
right, they've all got the link.
Well, I was saying earlier, Q and I were talking about how many people we wanted on the show or whatever, and I was explaining that I mean we could have a lot more if we wanted. However, I find that the best amount of people to have a group chat with is four. Even though we're gonna have more on right now, that doesn't, I'm not talking shit about having that many people. I'm just saying that when you have four people on, it's a lot easier to control the conversation, and so people aren't talking over each other. Everybody gets their turn, and you don't have to sit and listen to six people give the opinion on the same question. So if someone will ask a question and then all six people got to answer, and it just gets kind of repetitive. Four works a lot quicker. It works a lot better. So, um, hey, we got a super chat from Mr. DB Cooper, who's in the comment section instead of on screen. What the fuck are you doing? Get on here,
Alex, Jax, Cyrus,
Alex Jack.
Cons, I've sent you all a link in Hangouts. So
All
if you
right,
click on that link, it'll bring you straight in here, guys.
go to Hangouts and get your exclusive links, you sons of bitches. Hey, what up, Paul? How you doing, buddy? What up, Z-Backs? Uh, Paul is saying I'm stuck in limbo. What was that? You're stuck in limbo. What? All right. Okay, so Alex is saying give him 2 seconds. He's on his way. Good. I don't feel bad because I wanted to start at 8:30, and I was feeling a little bad because I was running late. Just trying to get shit situated. The lighting wasn't working, and shit like that. I'm a little high, and so and now I don't feel as bad. I'm not the only asshole who is running late. And I'm sure it's because Cooper's probably high as hell too.
He's actually just eating at the moment.
Oh, he was already high.
He
He had
ordered
the
a
munchies.
takeaway. Yeah,
All
yeah, he's
right.
eating some spicy food.
Yeah, you guys think Alex comes on here and wears glasses that or sunglasses at night because he wants to look cool? No, it's to hide his fucking bloodshot fucking, one eye halfway closed fucking, high stare. Which is the same thing I like to do too, but being the host, I can't do that. You can't host a show like this. I just look like an asshole. I want to punch myself. Look at me, dude. I look like a fucking jerk like this, dude. What the fuck? This is much better. I like using my glasses as a fucking hairband. And just kind of hold my hair back.
Yeah, it looks sexy
what up,
like that.
Cyrus? How you doing, buddy? Smooth Virus. Michael Franks, how you doing? He says, hey, can you talk about that UFO you seen come out of the mountain? That shit is crazy. I can. I don't really want to. I suppose maybe I probably should. What up, Cobra? What up, Renee? Because I did. Obviously, he's referring to the interview I did with Alien Addict. Is that correct? Michael, is that what you're talking about? What up, Dinkum? How you doing, buddy? It's my boy. Yeah, it's the man right there, dude. We love you, Dinkum. He came through with a nice fucking awesome PayPal fucking donation to me today, dude, because he's a fucking shit. So why don't you guys do like fucking Dinkum and send me some money? He didn't fucking super chat or fucking buy a t-shirt. He just gave me the fucking money straight up, and I love it because then it's all comes to me and I ain't gotta share it with anybody because I'm greedy as fuck. So we love you for that. Thank you, Dinkum. Okay, so yes, that is what Michael is talking about. Well, so what he's, for you guys who don't know, who didn't see Alien Addicts show, I finally, after all these years, discussed the encounter that I had that I've never told anybody about. So everybody knows that I had stuff happen that I don't talk about. And for the most part, I talk about 99% of all my UFO encounters, but there's 1 or 2% of my encounters that are so fucking crazy, are so beyond anything that even comparing it to seeing a UFO sounds fucking crazy. It was so crazy even for me that it bothered me just to tell people, because just telling people that I had UFO encounters, just my normal ones, you got people who don't believe you. And when people question whether or not, or saying they don't believe me or they don't take me seriously, there's nothing more frustrating in the world. It is so fucking aggravating because it's like an insult. And it's like, oh, are you saying I'm fucking retarded? Like I'm just fucking making it up, or like shit like that. It's the most aggravating thing in the fucking world. So and I already have an issue just telling people about my UFO encounters, like the one on top of the roof, the black sphere. That is an issue if people don't believe me when I tell them that. It really pisses me off. So
Kyle, you have some people waiting to come on, by the way. Sorry to interrupt you.
Fuck those people, dude. No, thank you for interrupting. That's fine. Okay. So, you guys, I'm going to bring you all on, but before you jump on, let me finish what I'm saying here for everybody. Okay.
There we are.
There we go. All right. So, like I was saying, it really bothers me when people don't take me seriously. And then this encounter that I had was so extreme and so beyond any other encounter that I had that it was really hard for me to tell people, because it's so crazy, it's so outrageous. And so I kept it to myself for years. The entire time that I had UFO proof, everybody knew that I had an encounter I never talked about. And then finally, surprisingly enough, on someone else's channel, on Alien Addict's channel, I decided to go ahead and spill the beans. And that's one thing I want to bring up. Why the fuck did I tell the one fucking UFO story that I've been saving, I haven't told anybody about, on Alien Addicts channel before my channel. Okay, what the fuck? You know, that's like I just think it's kind of rude to myself that I should have done it on UFO proof first. Um, but I, oh dude, I got a super chat from motherfucking from fucking Cooper for fucking $20. Oh, you're the fucking man. Dude, why don't you guys do like fucking Cooper and throw me fucking $20? God damn it, Jax. Con, send me that fucking money right now. Okay, what the fuck? Thank you, Coop. You're the fucking man, buddy. Yeah. So, it it still really bothers me to talk about it because of how crazy it was. Uh, and you know, but it's probably time that it comes out, but it's still even now it still bothers me. So what I think I'm gonna do is try to do it little bits at a time to where I'm comfortable. You know, and I think that's probably why I did it on Oliver's channel, why I came out and told everybody, is probably more likely because uh Oliver does a great job at interviewing people, and he did a really good job. I believe he somehow hypnotized me and convinced me to fucking to do it. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Who cares what you think? You fucking rock. But you should have added another fucking zero onto that. No, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. You said take my fucking money. I will. Thank you. So, uh, I Oliver, Alien Addict has a really good does a really good job in his interviews, and really he just like kind of coerced me and convinced me to do it, and you know, it made me feel super comfortable. And I think he could tell that I was uncomfortable talking about it, and um and he, you know, he fucking stroked my fucking nuts just enough to get me to fucking spill the beans. And you know, so even though it still fucks with me. It's still hard to talk about. I think, you know, it's about time that I totally get it out, and I'll try to do it little bits at a time. Um, but I'm just gonna ask everyone to do me a favor and you know, don't push me. Uh, you know, I'll do what I'm comfortable with, and I know that you know, I joke around a lot, and that we all talk shit to each.
Right, so welcome to the Q show. Now as we've got rid of Kyle, he'll come back in a second. You've got to remember, these are a couple of teething problems he's having with his new venture into SteamYard. One of you guys want to pop in? Let's wait for Kyle to get back.
I like it. Looks like the old studio is back. Oh no, buffering. There
Are
he
we
is.
back? Are we back?
Yeah,
We're
you're
back.
back.
Oh, okay. Did you guys catch that last part?
Probably
no.
not.
You
was
were basically
saying that I
saying
would.
don't push it too much.
There you go. That's it right there, man. That's what I ended with. You know, anything else, you guys know how I am. You know, you guys can fuck around, say whatever the fuck you want. You know, we can talk about whatever. But it's the one thing that, you know, I'll talk about it, but I might only be able to do a little bit at a time. It's a real sensitive issue for me. And let's just do it from, you know, just take it baby steps at a time is all I'm saying. And I would super appreciate that if you guys could do that for me. So anyway, I don't really want to get into it right now because we have everybody here, but I do want to say this. Ever since I had that interview on Alien X channel, and I was, you know, thinking about it, and you know, and I want to tell everybody the one thing that you know, I think is really important is that it's not just like my encounter, but like, you know, my encounter with the sphere on the rooftop or whatever. Um, you know, I had my family there to back me up with that one. So I got eyewitnesses to back me up with that one. But with this encounter, not only do I have eyewitnesses, because my ex-girlfriend was there with me at the time, but I also have video evidence to go along with it. So, and it's fucking incredible. It's phenomenal. It's, you know, it's some of the coolest fucking UFO footage ever. And especially when you know the context of what you're looking at, it really makes it cool then. And then I've held on to it this whole fucking time. Like, it's such a great fucking video, and it's such an interesting experience, and to have that evidence with me, and I just never felt that, even having the evidence, I never felt that it was the right time to talk about it. But I think with all the disclosure that's going on right now, you know, if they're trying to do it and with the government, then I think it's only fair that I try to do it myself, and maybe it could help other people with their experiences who feel the same way. But yeah, I do have a video, and I was actually working on it today, putting it in the editor, and then, you know, going over it and shit like that. And it's really cool. And I'll make a little clip for you guys, on here, in the Hangouts, you know, the Proofer crew, and I'll show you guys behind the scenes, and we can discuss it or whatever, you know. I don't want to do it on air, and I don't want you guys to record it or anything, you know, but I'll show you guys later, and we can, you know, because it's fucking crazy. It's intense, man. That's all I want to say about that for right now. We'll get back to that shit later. Let's move on to the next subject. Who's fucking talking next, dude? Q, go.
Okay, don't drop me in it, whatever you do.
All right, shut the fuck up. All right, now Cyrus, you go. No, I'm just fucking with you. Go.
Oh, it's just great to see a couple of the owl faces back. Alex
Right.
is going to pop on in a sec.
Yeah, where the fuck is Alex?
He said he'll be on in a minute, so we can expect him within the next hour.
Yeah, he says he's
Fuck
here.
it.
Oh, is he here now? Is he?
Is he here?
He must be logging in or something.
Should be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just great to see some of the owl faces back.
I know,
It's
right?
so long.
It's so good to see all you guys, man. You know, Khan still looks like a 12-year-old boy. Excuse me. You know, everyone looks the same except for Jax. You know, Jax looks like he fucking might have killed someone and took his place. Like, he looks completely fucking different, you know? You got the short hair, the shaved beard, he's all clean cut. You know, you sexy motherfucker. I just want to make out with you.
You're supposed to say no homo after you say that, Cal.
No, he loves it. he's all about it.
You get competition with Q, though.
Yeah, that's right. It's Cyrus. How you been, brother?
I'm good. I'm down here in my shop.
Your shop? Are you still in DC?
I'm in Virginia right now.
Oh, that shit. What are you doing there?
Well, I came down here to help my mom out because she was having surgery, and then the friggin' pandemic happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, I set up a home office in this janky ass basement, which is unfinished with model airplanes hanging all over the place.
Oh, I'm sure you love that. What are you talking about? You acting like it's a fucking shit deal. You probably loved it, dude. I know I would.
I was working all day on, you know, in Zoom calls with model airplanes hanging all over the place. Right now, I'm out of work though. I've been out of work, so I hit the books. I got some certifications. I'm going back to school here.
Oh, that's
in
cool.
about a month. So.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Well, good, dude. Good for you, brother.
Cybersecurity guy. It's got certifications. IFC, ISSP.
What the fuck is that, dude?
Certified Information System Security Professional.
Oh, okay. Well, awesome. I don't know what that is, but
it's hard to get.
Yeah.
I study a lot.
Oh, no shit, dude. Well, hopefully you'll get paid a lot for it.
Yeah, I hope so.
You know. So let's go down the line. Cons, how you been, you sexy motherfucker? Did you get pubic hair yet, or what?
Yeah. Already a few years ago.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay,
all
cool.
the stuff you've been missing. I can tell you. Everything.
See.
All my sexy pubic hair issues
Yes,
you have been
sexy
missing.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. The only problem I have is I have like at the moment zero connection into the UFO community because you didn't like get in touch with your live hangouts, and I've been missing this stuff. So it's great that you're back on with this new solution. I love it.
Yeah, good. Well, I understand what you're saying, sometimes, but just like a lot of people, after so long, then plus with everything else going on in the world with my life, with my family and shit, and then with, the pandemic and everything, you know, um, you know, making videos had to come second, but it wasn't just about even making videos or doing lives that had to come second. I couldn't even get into the UFO world. I couldn't even go and do my normal research that I like to do, and just because I had just too much shit going on, man. So it really sucked. I still have a lot of shit going on. It's still a pain in the ass. However, uh, that fucking void that I had from not doing videos and shit, and not doing, being on YouTube. All of a sudden it opened back up, and it needed to be filled, and I don't know what made me want to all of a sudden just fucking do it, but like I had to get this shit fucking going again, and it's so good. It really is so good to see all you guys fucking, like, you guys have no idea. I just want to give you guys all a big bear hug, and I just want to fucking squeeze you and just like rub my head into your fucking chest, and you guys could just like embrace me and squeeze me with your big pecs, and not that it's fucking gay, but I just love to be held like that, and just I can hear your heartbeat, and you guys could like whisper in my ear and shit, like, you know what I'm saying.
Are you gonna call us George too?
Right, that's right. I'm gonna fight him, I love him, and call him George. And where the fuck is Coop at? Is he on here yet?
Yeah, he's in the basement waiting.
Get the fuck on here. Oh, is he in the thing? There he is. Cooper, why don't you say something, you fucking asshole? Get on here. There he is. There's the man.
Sunglasses and all.
Now it's egg. Now we got us all, dude. Now we got the whole fucking group, dude. I love it, dude. I just fucking love you guys. I miss you guys so much. It's so cool having all you guys back, man. You have no idea. Alex, what do you think, brother?
He lost his voice.
Did he lose his voice?
Yeah, your mic is cutting.
Yeah, I think his mic's cut, man. Yeah, you got like, do I have to like turn his mic on or something, or is it?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
And he's not muted, so I think
he's muted.
The mic is actually not working.
It's freaking Moz in here.
Alex, try turning it off and turning it back on again, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, right.
Is that Coop or is that Robert De Niro?
All right, dude.
It could be Bono from you too.
See, he's not hosting, so he can get away with it, dude. But I bet you his eyes are all fucked up too, man. And I just smoked some killer fucking weed. I'm high as fucking hell, dude. If you can't tell, And I bet you this.
Do you know what time it is here? It's like I got up at 5 a.m. So
God
I could
damn,
be on
dude.
at 5:30.
Oh,
So my eyes may look a little bit tired as well.
That's
Hello.
awesome,
Can you guys hear me now?
Ah,
Yeah,
Alex.
there we
Hi.
go.
5x5.
Hey. How you
Cons,
doing, buddy?
you crispy looking bastard. How you doing, Cons?
Haha, crispy. Thanks.
Yeah, you looking, man. You look good, Cons. How you doing, Cons?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm surviving the lockdowns. I believe it's only one more than with Christmas, something like this.
Cyrus, man, it's so good to see you guys, man. I miss you guys too, man. Cyrus,
Right?
you
That's what
plain,
I'm saying.
you plain flying motherfucker. How you doing?
I'm good, man.
Cyrus, good to see you. Jax, my
Right.
brother.
Hell yeah.
Q, I hate you.
Fuck you, Q, you son of a bitch.
UFO man, Kyle, good to see you. Great to
Good
see
to
you.
see you too, Alex, man. For real.
I've been watching since the very the beginning of the broadcast. I was just letting you guys get your, and I'm gonna shut the hell up. I just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Bullshit, dude. You better fucking talk, dude.
Oh, and I will. Believe me, I will.
Good.
But Cons, man, Jax, Cyrus, Q, Kyle, it's great to see you. Great to be back on here. To be in, I think, in saying ufology, man, we've been doing this since like 2014.
That's right.
We were some of the first people to actually probably use Hangouts and get together like this and
We
kind of
are the first one.
discuss
What do you mean we might be? We are the first
the
motherfuckers.
subject.
Fucking kid, it was us. We started that shit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says,
We
dude.
we
This
look
group
we
right here
cursed,
started it.
we smoked, we walked our way through all that shit. But
That's
man,
right.
we were probably one of the first groups on YouTube actually really getting together, like in
Mhm.
this type of situation and discussing the phenomena. As much as we bullshitted and not, but we had some great discussions. And if you guys
That's
didn't see
right.
it, like maybe you missed it, but we did have some great discussions on this channel.
You
I
know?
remember walking around downtown DC
Yes, from work,
live.
walking
Yeah.
from work after work.
Yep.
Walking to the train, or we used to take the train home, or what'd you do?
Yeah. Or I'd walk around Chinatown with the freaking
Yeah, right. Remember
the
that
black
shit?
Hebrew Israelites were over there in the corner yelling about crazy stuff. And then the people with all the ducks hanging in the window, and they were making the noodles.
Yeah, right. I remember that shit, dude.
Yum
You
yum.
know what?
Shit.
Not only are we like the first UFO group, because we are hands down, we are the first UFO group to fucking come and do a fucking hangouts. Everyone is fucking number two to us. We did it first. But we are also like one of the first people to just do a group hangout live on YouTube. Like, like I don't remember anybody really doing it up until we did it. Like I'm sure there might have been other people doing it. I don't know about it. Like I didn't see it. I know like we were at the very like beginning of this shit, dude. Like when the shit first came out, it had all them crazy bugs and shit. We still were trying to work everything out. Like we started at the very beginning, not just in UFOs, but in YouTube in general. We were like one of the first people to do a group hangout, and then everybody fucking did it. Everybody and their fucking mom was doing group fucking hangouts. And then we lost that shit. And it was fucking bullshit.
It's funny now to see the actual people, like like even say Tyler from Secure Team, to see all these people try to do like what we had done, because we went through the same shit. It was like right now, audio, mic, it's something always went wrong.
Oh yeah, remember that?
It took you to just like work out the bugs, but I saw even the biggest people when they went live, they went through the same stuff that we went through. They were just like, we can't hear you, Mike. Holy shit, you're buffering.
Yep. All the fucking time, dude. Even the only guys who I'd ever see like who looked like they were doing it and it was having like flawless live streams or whatever. It always turned out that they weren't ever fucking live streams, that they were pre-recorded and then they were fucking premiered. And you couldn't tell the difference because these guys, like most people who do it, they don't fucking interact with the audience live. They only interact with the people who are on camera with them, but they don't interact with the audience through the comments and shit like that. And I think that's one thing that set us apart, that we always did. Like when we went live, people in the comments were just as much a part of it as people on screen. Everyone was a part of it. Whereas everybody else, when they would do it, they would all act all high and mighty, and it was just about them or whoever's on camera with them, and they never said shit to the people in the fucking chat room and shit. And so you couldn't tell if it was live or not. It was most of the time it wasn't live. It was fucking pre-recorded. And so that's why it looked all fucking flawless, and it had the video looked so good. It had great resolution and shit. Because I'm like, why the fuck couldn't we ever get that? It never made sense. Our shit would come in all choppy and shit, and it's because we were doing it fucking live for real.
Oh, we sure did, man. I think
right.
Yeah, I think a lot of people actually kind of not follow suit. It's not they were like watching us, but I saw like the progression of certain channels and stuff, and I was like, say even like say Tyler, and Tyler, hello, DB Cooper, yeah,
Yep.
how you doing, sir? No, I mean to see somebody like that even struggle because we went through that shit. I'm like,
That's right, man.
it's not as easy
Absolutely.
as it looks. We've been here, we've done that, believe that. We've had conversations. We're gonna have some of these right now in the next couple of in the next half hour. We're gonna bring up some subjects that y'all, man, that
That's right.
everybody's talked about, and we're gonna try to have our honest own opinions about really from the disclosure shit to whatever you guys are feeling. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna show you how we used to do it on here. Damn it, you know
That's
what I
right.
mean? Real
Well,
opinions,
you're
real
bringing up a
opinions.
good point, Jack, or Alex, is that how about the last time we talked on here, we were discussing our thoughts and views on the UFO report. So we know how I felt about it, how you felt, and how Q felt about it. But why don't we get the other guys' opinions
Yeah, let's do
on how
that.
they felt about the fucking UFO report?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's start. Shit, you want to start with Q, Cyrus, and let's go around the chain. Yeah, let's get what everybody feels. Yeah.
There we go.
What
So
was the
the
So who wa-
question?
yeah, who wants to start?
so the report. What do you guys feel about what happened in June? We'll start with
I can start. I can start.
let's start with
Quick,
Con.
go ahead, Con.
Yeah, I'll be happy to start. As I said before, I'm like really out of touch with all of this stuff because I've missed the connection with you guys. You are kind of my only connect into the UFO world, so I've missed a lot of stuff. So you have to fill me in on everything that's been happening, and I'm glad to discuss afterwards. But I can't really add to the discussion right now, so that's why I'm starting with nothing to say.
That's why. That's what you think about the fucking report.
Well, my opinion on the report was what a pile of shite. But then again, realistically, what did we expect? We all knew what we were going to get. The same old
Right.
drivel, telling us pretty much nothing. You know, only a couple
Well, it
of
wasn't.
interesting things were brought up, like the AI thing, which we've already mentioned.
Yep.
You talked about that many years ago, Carl,
Totally
and
predicted
I was skeptical at the time, but
that.
it seems like it's a thing now. But pretty much apart from that, what a load of crap. 9 pages. Freaking hell.
I bet you the report that Congress got was probably really interesting. I bet you they had all kinds of cool information in that we obviously didn't get. But that's what I'd really like to see is the report that they gave to Congress. You know?
So where are the leaks if you need them? Yeah, that's what we
So
need.
what?
We need a leak. We need a leak of the real document.
A leak? Yeah, I know. We need someone. It's like we need some fucking intern, who's working for a fucking, some Republican congressman, who sits on the Senate Intelligence Committee. We need one of their fucking little lackeys to go and copy the fucking report and leak that bitch out to us, dude.
Yeah.
Not to CNN, not to fucking Fox News or New York Times, but leak that shit to UFO proof, okay? Because if you want the world to see it, leak it to UFO proof so it can get some real fucking exposure, because what the fuck?
If we have someone that needs to meet a UFO proof agent in a parking garage in Rosslyn, in Arlington, Virginia, where someone used to meet Deep Throat, someone.
Right?
I know exactly where that parking garage
Goodwin and
is.
Bernstein.
I can be there in an hour.
All right. That's what I'm
You're
talking
stupid,
about. That's what we
Cyrus.
fucking
That's funny.
need, though.
Yeah, we have agents all around the world that can maybe receive some kind of a document. Yeah.
That's just funny.
Yeah,
Carl,
when it comes to that report, it kind of, I mean, we talked about it on here for years. We'd always suspected that they have some things, but they don't know what it is. And
Correct.
that's basically what it's like. We don't know what it is.
Exactly. And that's what we said the whole time was that, that we probably know more about UFOs than they do because we research it all the time.
We predicted this shit, Kyle. Man,
We did.
Honestly,
Absolutely.
look, man, was that report bullshit? Maybe to people that didn't really. I don't want to single out people that weren't like say. I want to say you weren't in ufology, you didn't study
Yeah.
UFOs. Look, if you didn't study or were into the theme before it actually became like a big thing in the news, then maybe the report could have brought some stuff that were like, wow, wow. But to a lot of me, say me in particular, I knew that they weren't going to say anything that was going to shock me or anything like that because I figured that through the channels and through the people that I know, I would have heard something that I would have been like, wow, wait till you hear what's coming.
Right.
But no, I think it was kind of almost, I don't want to say it was diluted and everything, but it's like, I guess for people to be like, okay, there's strange shit in the skies, there's dots out there. God dang, we've seen dots for fucking millennia. So, but dude, did I think that they were gonna come out and really tell us, look, there might be something and there might be ETs? No, no, not at all. Not at all. To me, I always felt, and even before the report was given out, I said, no, guys, look, I know you guys, if you guys have not researched this phenomenon for a while, they're not going to tell you anything that's going to shock your mind. They're not. They're not. If anything, they're going to tell you that they don't understand what's up there, or they might tell you, yeah, we don't know where these things are coming from. Even though, say, like the Russians, they've had programs that have things that look just like the Tic Tac. We could research these. I think it was called the Epic, or there's a name for it. Now, I'll search it for you real quick. But there was a program in Russia. And this is like in the 70s. That they were making a prototype that looked just like the Tic Tac, and they were flying it over Russia back then. So this was in the 70s, people. So, oh man, the last thing that we saw here in the United States was the B bombers, or triangle aircraft that still to this day I think are still awesome. But imagine what we have now, and not only that and our artillery that are, like, say, our military, that they have every right to also protect. By the way, because they're not just going to tell the whole fucking world. Anybody wouldn't do that. Not us, not Russia, not China. They're not going to just tell everybody what our fucking highest tech is. We're not.
Hell no, dude.
We're not. And then we also got to put in perspective, like the personal companies, the private companies that exist, that is not NASA, that is not, say, like Skunk Works, that we know about. There are private companies that they're billionaires that are building shit that we have no idea.
Building the largest rocket in the world ever.
Yeah.
As of today.
Right.
Super dope shit. And these are private companies that they're not going to tell you. They're not going to be on CNN. They're not going to be on these UFO shows. They're not going to show you what the fuck they got. No, man. And especially like, say, like even our government. I mean, I'm with them not telling us all their shit because obviously they got to be ahead of everybody else, guys. So do we want to know everything? Yes, as civilians, God, we all want to know, but is there a need for secrecy in a way? Yes, there is. But everybody wants there to somebody to pull out an alien or something out of their back pocket and show everybody that this shit exists. And there's a lot of good cases out there. There is.
You're leading into some stuff that I've been kind of talking with Q about, Alex. I'm starting to suspect. I don't know for a fact that our boy Lou Elizondo is the next Richard Doty.
Hey, no, I don't know, man. But you're taking words out of my mouth.
Fucking break,
I've said that.
Give me a fucking break.
Should we give the background on Richard Doty?
No, because I said there's got to be some more Doties out there right now.
Yeah,
it might be Lou. It might be Lou.
For people who don't know who Richard Doty is, Richard Doty will work for the special office for the fucking investigation for the Air Force. All right. And what he was an
intelligence officer for the United States Air Force.
He was a disinformation agent, and they wanted to get some information and wanted to see what the people in the UFO community knew about any, just wanted to see what they knew. And so they were
covering stuff up.
Self-proclaimed. So this is real.
There was at Kirtland Air Force Base. Now this is in the 1980s.
Let me finish. Hey, don't fucking cut me off, you son of a bitch. I was in the middle of fucking talking. You ever fucking interrupt me again, I'll come over there and shove my boot up your fucking asshole. All right? And listen. Okay.
Great job, Cyrus. You've got Kyle all fired up now.
Fucking Doty and motherfucking drove fucking Paul Benowitz crazy. and a bunch of other fucking bullshit. And the guy is full of shit. And Lou Elizondo is not the next Richard Doty. And I don't understand why you motherfuckers keep fucking hating on poor Lou. Listen, the guy weighs fucking 300 fucking pounds, all right? He's fucking worried about his fucking cholesterol. He's gonna have a fucking heart attack. And you guys are over here fucking talking shit about him, get his blood all fucking pumping. He's gonna end up fucking passing out. Don't you guys have any kind of compassion for this motherfucker? Come on, just a little bit of fucking something. I mean, Jesus fuck.
No compassion from me. His name's Lou because the shit that comes out of his mouth needs to be in a fucking toilet.
See, Q is even harsher on Lou than I am. I'm only like,
hell yeah.
I don't know, but this is fishy. That's kind of where I'm at.
What's so fishy about it?
Okay. But see,
go ahead,
there's
Simon.
two pieces I have to put together. So we know for a fact, not only Richard Doty, but I'm sorry, one of my favorite subjects, Project Blue Book.
Yeah.
Project Blue Book was 50% cover up itself because the goal of Project Blue Book was to get the public disinterested in UFOs by making them boring.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Swamp
and
gas.
the Air Force dropped Project Blue Book as soon as it could, and nobody that worked on Project Blue Book wanted to be there. It was a dead end if you were an Air Force officer. And I do a podcast about Project. Well, I will be doing
brother.
a podcast about Project
fact.
UFO. You guys will find out about that later. But yeah, and then we have Richard Doty, and the point of what Richard Doty was doing was they had a classified drone project, unclassified now, but drones were mostly classified in the 1980s. They were running a classified drone project out of Kirtland Air Force Base, and they had a laser at the base that when Soviet spy satellites would fly overhead, they'd point the laser at the satellite to blind it. That is a violation of international law. You're not allowed to do that. Did that stop us from doing it? No. Did it stop the Soviets from doing it too? No. But it was classified. And that Benowitz saw the frickin' laser. He could see it from his house. So to cover that up, they told him it was secret aliens that had a secret treaty with the United States, which was all bullshit. It was a laser they were using to blind Soviet spy satellites. So now there's two things. I'm putting together two pieces of information. So we have channels on YouTube that are saying this Lou could be a disinformation agent. And then if you go on Twitter and you read some of the reporting from Tyler Rogaway and the drive.com, they have evidence of foreign intelligence agencies, and I can think of two countries in particular that would be running it, that are taking the same kind of technology that I have in this basement, but slightly better stuff, and running a surveillance operation against the continental United States. There is evidence for that.
What the fuck does that have to do with Luis Elizondo? What does that have to do with him at all?
So if we say that these drones that people are seeing flying over the east coast of the United States, watching United States Navy operations off the coast of off the Virginia Capes, and say, well, no, we think it could be aliens. That covers up the story that, is it aliens or was it launched from a Chinese cargo ship?
Well, they're not
off the 15-mile limit.
That's the thing. They're not saying that it's aliens. There's not enough evidence to say that it's fucking aliens. There never will be. Even, like I've said this before, even if a fucking UFO landed on the White House lawn and an alien got out and fucking waved to everybody, okay, that there happening is not enough evidence to say that it is extraterrestrial. You have to understand how these guys work, all right? What you're seeing, what the information you have right there is that there's a craft there. There's a strange looking being, but on the White House lawn. That is here taking place on Earth. There is nothing there that helps us validate that it is from another planet. All right. So they cannot say it. They will never be able to say that it's extraterrestrial because all the information that we gather will always come from Earth. All right. So that's why they will never be able to say it. So you need to look past the whole, they're going to say it's extraterrestrial thing. No, they just coming out straight up. It's UFO. Okay. UFOs do exist. and they
Oh
are
yeah,
coming out. And
UFOs are real.
Mm.
I don't know
you
if they're extraterrestrial, but the
Correct.
UFOs are real.
That's what they're
Exactly.
saying,
Exactly.
you know, and
Like,
that's
how about
what Lou's bringing
how
out.
about
You know, he's
Some
not
UFOs, I know what they are. There's one back there.
you
That
know,
is, I know for a fact. Actually, there's two of them that have been reported as UFOs.
and not only
I know
that,
who the pilot is too.
Damn you, Cyrus! You're part of
but
the
trying to
problem.
be a drone from China or Russia, is fucking impossible. All right, because some of the characteristics of the craft and their abilities are completely beyond any kind of drone or any kind of
Well,
technology that we have.
those are the ones that are interesting. But I mean, there's some things that kind of the general public is sort of aware of, but doesn't really know. I mean, I hear people that say, "Oh no hobbyist or private citizen can have a drone that flies at 15,000 feet."
Bullshit. Bullshit.
I mean, that's not,
I got
Man,
something to tell you about that.
have you guys
no
watched
one's
Goof
fucking,
On?
you know,
guys
you got
the
a drone at
Jetpack Man?
15,000 feet. No one's going to report it as a UFO. No one's even going to be able to fucking
They already
see it,
are.
you
I
know?
mean, if you look at some of the FAA puts a quarterly report
Jetpack
out
Man.
about some of the all the drone sightings that they get from pilots. Some of those things are super fucking weird, man.
Super weird,
Like
bro.
drones flying 190 miles off the East Coast at
Jetpack
20,000
Man.
feet. Now I don't have anything that can fucking do that.
Yeah,
Or,
but I'm talking
if
about
you-
fucking UFO sighting, like straight up like UAP sightings, like the sightings that that they're registering on a bunch of different sensors that are doing stuff that's simply beyond the physics of humans. That's beyond our mathematics. It's simply beyond our physics and our physics. You know, just it doesn't matter if a human pilot is in it or not, if it's completely remote controlled or not. The inertia alone, when you're going from 80,000 feet to 50 feet in less than a second, the inertia alone would destroy any machine on Earth. There's not a single drone on Earth that would survive the inertia. I'm sorry, but it will not fucking happen. It is impossible. All right. So the fucking drone theory is out the fucking window. Another country is out the fucking window. A secret, program is out the fucking window. It's comes down to mathematics, and that's not something you can fucking argue with. Oh, well, it could be this or it could be. You can't argue fucking 1 + 1. It is 2. That's how it works. That's how mathematics works and physics works, and it simply cannot be done. All right, there has to be something else to it. So obviously it must come from somewhere else, because our physics won't allow us to create something like that. The inertia alone would fucking turn the machine into a piece of paper. It would be no thicker than a fucking piece of paper. It'd be a couple fucking microns thick. It'd be a couple atoms thick. If just the inertia alone going from 80,000 to 50,000 in less, or to 50 feet in less than a second, it simply nothing would survive. So we can forget about, it's a fucking UFO. Now, does it come from another planet? Possibly. Does it come from a billion years ago from Earth?
That's a great conversation in itself. So a lot of us that used to say, look, when I first started ufology, or what is now considered ufology, which is just a study of shit that's in the sky that we don't know.
That's right.
I would say that when I first started, I thought it was nuts and bolts. I thought that maybe another planet distant from us was able to be, sophisticated and advanced enough to build a craft that was able to reach us.
Right.
And I figure if they're that intelligent, they had a plan. They're not just going to build this craft and say, let's just fucking drive out there. No, I mean, if they had the intelligence to build that craft and to come here, they knew what they were doing. And it's just like us exploring Earth. This is a much bigger Earth. This is the universe we're talking about. So at the beginning, we said, okay, they might be from another planet. You keep studying the subject, and you say, hey, they might not even be from another planet. They might be from somewhere else. You start talking about dimensions and other things.
That's
that
right.
To me, it still boggles my mind. It's like, okay, and this is this is things that Tesla, Einstein has studied. The most smartest, intelligent people on Earth have studied these type of phenomena? Is there another dimension? What to me still is like, what the fuck is that? So they're here, but they're not here. But they could have developed a type of craft to trespass that and come here. That has got to be some intelligence that to us, I mean, we're gonna be like children if they actually could do that. Now we're not even talking about planets. We're talking about somewhere that we don't even understand.
Yeah,
Could actually come into our plane of existence and fuck around with us.
exactly.
Oh, man,
That's the fucking that's the thing, you know. But it's like, if you look at the UFO report, that, you know, the even just the 9 pages, all right. If you read between the lines, you can see all the cool stuff that they're actually telling us. You know, I mean, they are in fact that report. Despite that, it doesn't come out and say extraterrestrials. It is coming out and saying that we are right, that UFOs do exist. They don't know what they are. You know, that, you know, their capabilities are beyond anything.
Yeah,
That
our physics might just be non-existent.
Exactly. You know,
when we figure out, I guess,
the,
in our minds how their shit actually works, like our physics as we know it here on Earth might actually just be useless. Honestly, it'd be like,
you know,
holy
like
shit,
said, you
we've
know,
been using rocket fuel this whole time. This is how you do it. Holy shit!
It appears that the fucking that the UFOs have developed a unified field theory in physics, that they have been able to combine quantum mechanics and general relativity together, and with that understanding of mathematics, because their craft exhibit the same characteristics that we see happening in the quantum realm. All right. So when we see fucking electrons and stuff that are teleporting from one place to another, or they're in the same, they're in 2 different places at the same time.
Are they actually disappearing, or are they like zapping out?
It's like they exhibit the same qualities.
Is it camouflage
that happen in a quantum realm. You know, the same qualities as, you know, that's just like that video I made, Quantum UFOs. It's, you know, describing the exact same thing, that there's a lot of similarities between what can happen in the quantum universe and what UFOs exhibit. And so they appear that they have fucking developed a unified field theory of physics and brought the 2 of them together. And until humans are capable of doing that, until we discover that bridge and make that fucking that mathematical leap, and when we find that out, then could we join them and join our cosmic brothers in the fucking universe traveling.
But do you think they could have made that leap and just be stupid? Like, do you think that maybe that they were able to like maybe conquer that, but maybe as a being? What if they're assholes?
You know,
like we don't even know that. What if they're like super smart, like with the craft, but like as people skills are just like retarded? Like we don't know that.
I mean, it's, you know, that's not for me to speculate. I'm just going to assume they're all assholes. You know, I'm just going to assume that. You know, but I'm just saying, it's really really irrelevant. The only thing that fucking matters is that, you know,
is it happening?
Is that it is fucking happening, and that there's different ways that we got to. The thing is that we always have such a narrow view on everything, that you really need to think of stuff outside of the box. And when you do that, that's when you're able to get, you know, answers that seem to make a lot more sense. That's why I you know, came up with the AI theory, and then boom, 3 years later, turns out the government was doing the exact same thing that I fucking predicted. You know?
I'm looking for an algorithm.
Correct. You know, or the quantum UFOs and shit, like, you know, fucking
like
shit
developing
like that.
A program that would tell you where they would appear at and shit.
Correct. You know, and not only that, but they also know for a fact that the UFOs are using radio frequencies to communicate with each other. And I mean, and this is in the fucking report. Now, they don't just come out and say it like that. It's in this weird fucking like Navy talk. I forget the terminology that they use, but that is exactly what they're saying, is that they are detecting radio frequencies that are being emitted from some of these crafts. Between certain crafts, they're able to detect these fucking frequencies, that they're seeing that they're communicating with each other, and in fact attempting to stop us from eavesdropping on them. You know,
I mean, that would be wild but logical.
You're talking
That-
about
that would be
electronic
logical.
countermeasures.
Thank you. Yes, that's it right there.
That would be logical though. I mean, if you was
Not
there
fucking Cyrus
and I
nailed
knew
it
that they
right
was
there.
trying to hear me, I'd be like, hey, can you cut that frequency out so they can't hear us? I
Correct.
mean, that's almost logical. Like if they that advanced, I'd be like,
Exactly.
I would expect them to do that. Be like, hey, cut that shit out so they can hear us. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
wouldn't it be like, Kyle? Okay, let's take ufology as a whole pie. Look at
Hey,
it like
Jericho
whole pie.
14. Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
You got a super chat or something?
Sorry, I had to say what's up to you. I haven't seen Jericho in a fucking while. How you been, buddy?
Jericho, how you doing, my sir?
Yeah.
But man, wouldn't it be just as crazy as a phenomenon, Kyle? Look, say that take ufology as a whole. Wouldn't it be just as crazy if all the cases were false? Say that every single case that's ever been reported, from videos to the abductions to everything, say that the UFO, say it's all bullshit. Wouldn't it be just as crazy if they were all false? Wouldn't that be a phenomenon in itself?
I'd say
That
that's
would be-
illogical.
Wouldn't that be a phenomenon in itself?
That would be scary.
Every single person is lying. Every motherfucker.
That's actually scarier than if it were fucking extraterrestrials.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't it be just as crazy a phenomenon if everybody was lying?
Right. I mean, that would be scarier. Okay. I would rather have it be. I mean, UFOs would be a lot more fucking. I would be able to, have be relieved that it was UFOs, and I would be fucking mentally tormented.
Everybody's lying, Kyle. Imagine, Kyle. Everybody's lying. Everybody. It's like, wow, what the fuck is going on, right?
Right. That would be even scarier.
and then say, well, maybe some people are lying, some are not. But we don't need 5%. I know people say 5% of cases are cool. Ooh, we even got those 2% of cases that are cool. Honestly, we don't need none of that. All we need is for one case to be real.
One.
For one case to be real.
Yep.
And there is something to the phenomenon. There is.
And see, that's why
one case. One.
That's how I know that UFOs exist, because I've had multiple encounters with UFOs, and so I know for a fact they fucking exist. I don't know what they are, but I know for a fact they fucking exist. They are absolutely real. Now, what I don't understand is why everyone seems to have a problem with Lou Elizondo when he's not even part of the UFO community. He can't be a disinformation agent when he doesn't go around spreading any kind of disinfo. All the information that he's giving us is all verifiable information that we are able to go and fucking and validate and verify ourselves. This is not some guy making up a bunch of bullshit, spreading around a bunch of lies that this is not motherfucking. He's not out there saying, "Oh, these blue avian chicken people are," and I was age regressed on Mars.
Oh no, I'm not even comparing him to Corey Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Corey Good is a laughing stock.
You get what I'm saying, though? It's
I got you.
You got real bullshit artists out there, and then you got some people who are actually trying to fucking get this shit out there for real, like what we do. Speaking the fucking truth, and then
it's
down on them. For what,
Like it's always in the chat.
It's always the same. It's like some people spewing out bullshit. Some are genuine, and that's the same with the UFO cases. Some of them are bullshit. Many of them may be bullshit. Some of them are genuine. But what most of the time gets the spotlight? It's the ones that are debunkable, and those are being like pulled into the spotlight, and they are debunked. On a wide scale, like even in mainstream YouTube, so to say, and the real ones that are really unexplainable, they're not in the spotlight. So that's what I'm missing. I miss some kind of a really showcase of the real crazy stuff. Because I'm referring to the Tic Tac videos and the stuff. I'm sure you're aware of Thunderfoot. That's the one that hates the Hyperloop, and he has done multiple videos on debunking this whole Navy videos, and this is like a parallax effect, and it already makes really good sense. So those are the ones that are being highlighted, and the ones that maybe really crazy, they are not. That's my view, like on a high level, where I'm like not really into the UFO topic all that
hang on,
much.
I got cons. I gotta cut you off for a second. You guys see this guy in the comment section? What is that? Jim Cornette or whatever, right here with the little tooth icon. You guys see him?
No.
Can you guys see his comments and stuff? You guys want to know something? Back in the 5th grade, this kid
Trolls, bro. It's
at
trolls.
the bus stop, dude. Did you know that?
It's
This
trolls.
kid, seriously, yeah, no, it was in the fucking 5th grade at the bus stop. All right, he came over and sucked my fucking dick. It was fucking awesome too, dude. It was great. He was licking my balls and he fucking fingered my butthole, and I fucking loved every minute of it, dude. It was fucking fantastic, man. Okay, so just so everyone knows, Jim Cornette gives the best fucking head in the world ever.
That was like jam gang shit, Q.
Get this guy the fuck out of here, dude. Throw him in the meat grinder and feed him to the fucking sharks.
Yeah, I mean, those I ain't gonna lie, those like the type of folks I used to hang with Vern.
Get this motherfucker out of here, this fucking troll bitch ass fucking fag. And I'm not talking shit about gay people. I love gay people, okay? I'm calling you a fag because I don't like you. Not because I think you're a homosexual, even though I'm sure you probably take it up the butt. Get this guy the fuck out of here, dude.
It's trolls. Hey, but I mean, when people
it's because all the mods are on here, dude.
When people are trolling, I mean,
he's got a bunch of accounts,
it's something
too.
good. Sometimes you gotta
it's kind of hard because we're all
chat.
sitting here talking, so it's like I get distracted. I'm not even like looking at the fucking comments I need to because all the fucking people are on here, you know.
No, they're trolls. No, it's just a bunch of trolls, man.
Yeah,
They're
you
trolls.
guys fucking look at those guys. All this the fucking guy shit. Let's get rid of his shit.
No, they're literally trolls, bro. It's just like that's Troll City right there.
Of course it is. Can't we fucking like get all this shit out of here? Like fucking get it off
No,
of here.
it's because they keep coming back with the same name, bro. They're like they're little group of trolls that do stupid shit like that.
Oh no, well I mean I fucking blocked them off here, you know.
No, I was gonna say, cons. I think the hoaxes are actually rare. I mean, some of them are pretty famous, i.e., Gulf Breeze. I think that's a hoax and a half. But I think most of the stuff that you find is debunkable. Is the witnesses are sincere. They're not lying. They actually believe they saw something. It's just that they maybe saw something extraordinary, but it's explainable.
What are you talking about?
Hoaxes are rare, but people that mistake something for something else is more common.
Yeah, that happens all the time. Misidentification, dude, that happens all the time, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and all those those are mostly the ones that get the spotlight.
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody's talking about like this real crazy video, and then somebody comes along and makes a really good case of debunking it, and then in the mind of most people, it's like, okay, it's the same shit again. It's just the UFO misidentification. Everything is explainable, and it's like, yeah, and no big deal. And then the next thing is this I've been gathering from what you've talking. This UFO report comes out, and it's the same stuff. It's like really nothing really spectacular, nothing that is really really great and interesting. So everybody again is like, okay, let's move on. Nothing to see here, you know. And this is kind of everything gets drowned out. The real hot stuff is being drowned out in the boring stuff.
Yeah, well, you know what? Look, honestly, look, Kyle, just look. Like honestly, if the troll's gonna do that, I mean, I hate to do that, but just ignore the chat. Let's just keep talking. You know, let's keep talking the way we're talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look at this fucking guy.
Yeah. Just ignore him. Let him keep.
Yeah, just ignore him. Fuck him.
Yeah. Let him keep doing that. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Let's let him keep doing that. Shit. You know. Let's
How
keep
do
talking.
how do we get us off the screen? Hang on. What's this fucking chat like on here on the screen? What is that?
He's over there. You know. Fuck, man. He wants to be a little kid. I mean, let him be a little kid. You know. Shit. Ignore his ass.
What the fuck is that?
That's what we do to kids. Just ignore them. You know.
That off the screen, you have to go back into the chat on StreamYards, and you have to find that.
Oh man, you guys' audio sounds like shit.
Mine does?
Yeah, everybody's. What the fuck?
Well, I hear Jack's good. Jack sounds good. Do I sound good, Jax?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, Jax. Yeah, but just ignore that, dude. I mean, look, just basically just go in there and just like troll like a motherfucker, dude. Just let them keep scrolling. That's what they do.
We got a denial of service attack.
You know, yeah, it's just like really let them do that. It's all good.
How do I get this shit off the screen?
They're fans.
You're going to go back into the chat under comments.
Thank you. Honestly, I mean, whoever that is, thank you. I mean, you're just letting me know that I'm doing my job.
Re-click it again, and it'll disappear.
Who the hell is Jim Cornette anyway?
There we
There
go.
you go.
What, wasn't he like the manager
God
of the
damn, what
wrestlers
the
or
fuck
some
is
shit?
it? You guys see
Yes,
that?
yes. He had a tennis racket, and he would
Yeah,
hit people
wasn't
over
that-
the head with the tennis racket.
What the
Oh, he's
fuck is that?
Professional wrestler.
Yes.
All right. All right, Dan.
Hang on.
It's the Cyrus Show.
It's the Cyrus Show.
Yeah, hang on. There we go. Let's see here.
Slowing down a little bit.
There we go. Okay, so everyone should be back now. Okay, someone's fucking mic is all fucked up. Who is it?
I don't know.
Okay, Jax, yours sounded fucked up when you unmuted yourself. Let's see. I'm gonna unmute fucking Cyrus. Okay, sounds okay. We'll unmute Cons. Trying to. Can't unmute Gus because they chose to mute themselves. Okay, Cons, unmute yourself. And Jax, unmute yourself. See if how it sounds now. All right, Jax, yours sounds really fucked up. Dude. Check your settings.
And your privilege.
All right. All right, so I guess we're back out of the fucking. I don't even have the comments on, so I can't even see the comments. But you know,
Yeah. Just ignore the comments, bro.
yeah, fuck that guy. You know. He did used to suck my dick at the bus stop, though. It was great. just so everyone knows.
You got pictures?
Yes, I do. You know, the guy's never been so fucking alone in all his life, dude. You guys want to know something? We're the closest thing to friends he's ever had, dude. Like, he came on here and he saw us. He was like, "Oh man, I want to fucking be their friend so bad." But like, we wouldn't let him in this club if he had $1 billion. All right, if you had a fucking hot air balloon full of 12 sexy bitches and $50 billion, you still wouldn't be allowed in this club. You fucking little bitch.
It's literally like somebody just going wah 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 wah. It's just like, dude,
Right?
hop on here and say something if you really got something to say. If not, he's literally just on there just doing that, just wah wah wah.
That's all they can fucking do, you know. Well, that's why that's why they make all those fucking troll channels, dude. Because they have no friends. They can't even make friends online. So even though people can't tell how ugly you actually are, you still can't even make friends, dude. You know, what the fuck, man?
Oh well shit. Look,
Anyway.
Whoever that is, look, I'm gonna drink a beer to you. Okay, look, salute
Yep.
to whoever it is, man. You know, hey, thank you for being a fan. You know, shit.
Hell yeah, dude. This is gonna give me more views, you fuckhead.
So look, like, okay, Lou Elizondo. I don't look. I think I might have said something about like Lou when I was talking to Rich. You know what? Because my father was in the Air Force, so I've always said, you know what? I think Lou was actually in the military. So
He was.
My opinion on Lou is like, it's hard for me to say fuck you to him because of his service. But okay, is he the new Dottie? Oh, Doty. I mean,
No.
he might be, dude. He might.
Well,
I only have
Look,
suspicions.
it's
no,
like
look,
everything he
okay,
has said is fucking verifiable
okay,
information that
okay.
you can go back and you can verify and validate that what he's saying is in fact true. So we know
Yes.
this, and we haven't found him. He hasn't come out and said any. He hasn't tried to spread any bullshit that we know about. If he has, please inform me because I
No,
have not
no,
heard
no.
any of it. So
Okay.
if you guys can come up with a single piece of information that's fucking bullshit that he's out there trying to push, then give me the evidence, that
No,
this guy is full of shit. But
look.
nobody has this fucking evidence. All it is seems like just like a bunch of player haters hating on somebody who got famous in the UFO world without having to fucking pay his dues, but because he was in the fucking Pentagon or what the fuck ever. So it's like that's all it seems to me because I'm like I can't find anything wrong with what the guy's doing in the UFO field. I think everything that he's doing has been super cool. He has gotten us further along in the UFO field than anybody else has. Anybody. No, there's not a single YouTuber who has gotten us as far as fucking Lou Elizondo has. Okay, there's not a single person on YouTube. There's not a single person in all the fucking so-called ufologists, Stanton Friedman and fucking Richard Dolan. Nobody, Nick Pope, none of these guys. Nobody has gotten us as far as Lou Elizondo, as fucking Tom DeLonge from Blink-182.
Okay.
You don't think that Tom DeLonge could be a patsy?
Man.
Tom DeLonge is a rock star interested in UFOs and went out of his way.
He's a little nutty, dude.
To try to get you all UFOs.
He's a little bit Skippy peanut butter.
Everybody is in the UFO world,
Patsy in there. I saw a little.
So it's like,
yeah.
What's it going to do? I'm saying, like what you're saying, like he's being used. He's the one coming to them trying to get the information to come out.
I think that
how can he be a patsy?
Because I mean,
I think he's sincere. I think I don't think he's lying to us.
No,
I just think it's possible he's being used.
Used by who? Like he's the one coming to them, like, trying to get it released. They're not going to him like, "Hey Tom, we want you."
But
they're not
going to him.
Who? Who's going to him?
Elizondo, for one.
No, he found Elizondo. He got
I think it's
Elizondo.
the other way around, right?
No. It wasn't the other way around. He wasn't even supposed to know Elizondo's name. He got it fucking by working with Podesta, by and working with Christopher Mellon and shit like that. And then finally he was able to, have a meeting with Elizondo. He wasn't even supposed to know his fucking name, And then and Elizondo, started working with To the Stars Academy, but basically was working with Hal Puthoff and Eric Davies and shit, these other physicists, who were studying the phenomenon through ATIP and the data that they had recovered or whatever, collected. And basically just like that, they met through fucking scientists and shit. And he was the leader of this program. Once he fucking retired, he was able to come out and start working with him on a different kind of level. But it was Tom DeLonge who went out, through the means of, Podesta, like through the Podesta emails. You can see this, like trying to work his magic and talk to people and use his fame to help get him in the doors with people who were connected in the UFO world. And it was these guys who all got together and brought, got these videos declassified. Nobody has gotten fucking the Pentagon to declassify UFO footage before these guys. Nobody has gotten the Navy to admit that UFOs are real, to start a UFO task force, to fucking get a report on UAPs, delivered to Congress through a fucking, by using the fucking our budget and shit like that. These guys have went all fucking out to try to get this shit out and to say that they're
but bro, there's had 150 reports.
No evidence you have to
and they
back
said
that
the only
up.
one they figured out was the balloon. Come on, dude. Come on.
Is what?
The Mylar Batman.
The only fucking
Mylar Batman.
Out of all the reports they said that they studied, the only one they figured out was a balloon.
Yeah, So it's like 144 cases, and the only one that they could solve was a fucking that they figured out was a fucking balloon.
that was either their shit or somebody else's shit. But if they figured out a balloon and then they're like, "What else is this shit?" It could be a sky phenomenon.
No, they're saying that 140. So
dude,
143
they're giving us the whole,
cases
like,
are UFO. No, they're saying that the 144 cases, one was a balloon.
That to me
and
was like they're telling us it was
143
like
were
fucking
actual UAPs.
swamp gas. Like that to me was like it's swamp gas all over again.
What's wrong with no? I mean, like it's like so they said okay, one's a balloon. So what? The rest of them are
the rest are dots.
UFOs.
And the rest are dots. And we don't
no,
know
the rest are UFOs. They're saying that the rest are UAPs.
I mean, are we talking about?
We don't know what
Alex, are we talking about the videos that have been released?
Yeah, all of that, like just everything.
Some of them aren't.
Everything.
Some of them are weird. Like the one that I got all excited about with Kyle. God, dude, when was that?
What,
2 years ago?
The triangle one?
The triangle one is not impressive to me. I was talking about
which one did you like?
Just the other night.
Which one did you like?
The pyramid ones, those where it's like these green things.
Oh yeah, those are
planes,
cool,
man.
Dude.
Yeah.
Those are planes. I'm sorry.
Those are planes.
Those are planes.
You're telling me, honestly telling me that a battleship, an American fucking battleship,
those are planes, man,
with fucking radar and shit, is somehow confusing a bunch of planes circling around them.
Those
their
are
fucking
planes,
shit.
man.
I think I've heard another pilot. I think I've heard another pilot actually say that they could possibly be planes.
Really?
Yeah.
Now look. No, I'm not saying that about all of it. The David Fravor stuff is intriguing. His story is intriguing. I'm not gonna crap on that. That guy's story is intriguing. But a lot of the footage I've seen is the one I watched you with the thing that like the gimbal video.
The gimbal one?
Yeah, gimbal.
I think it's possibly explainable. That one's weird. UFO. That one's weird.
Okay, because you got to understand, like the gimbal UFO, we'll just take that one for instance, okay?
Okay.
That one, you got to understand something. That video is only a snippet of a long video, of like an 8-minute long video, and what you're not seeing is the entire fleet of UFOs.
I want to see the fleet.
That goes along with this. They are actually flying
I've been saying this for the longest time.
They are flying information of little UFOs that were surrounding the gimbal UFO, and so you only get to see a little scene where the camera is only focusing on the gimbal, and the fleet of UFOs is behind them. All right, is out of frame, but the UFO does.
If they can release the radar data that they were talking, you can hear the pilot and the radar intercept officer talking about.
They even
that would back that up, but we don't have that. We don't have it.
Yeah, they haven't released that information yet. But I mean, the same goes with like the Tic Tac. Because there were other means that they were using to record data from the craft. It wasn't just the one, what's his name, Charles Underwood or whatever, who fucking filmed it. There were other aircraft and other sensor arrays that picked up the Tic Tac UFO, and the gimbal UFO, the same thing. There were other cameras that picked it up. They have high quality, fucking straight up 4K video of the gimbal UFO.
Release it.
Exactly. I bet you Congress has got. I bet you Congress got released those fucking and Elizondo even came out and said that out of those 3 videos, those are the least compelling videos that got released. Those are the least compelling. He's like, out of all the videos that we have, those are the least compelling. That's why they are the easiest for us to release. He's like, there's other ones. We have video of crystal clear fucking of UFOs 50 feet away and broad daylight, crystal clear 4K video of broad daylight. He's like, you could see every fucking detail of an extraterrestrial of a craft that doesn't belong to humans, flying along. I mean, they have incredible footage. And this is just cases from 2004 to 2021. Mm-hmm. Not counting all the time before that. So I don't see how anyone could sit there and say that what these guys are doing is bullshit. It sounds like to me that everyone who says that doesn't have any fucking evidence to support what they're saying. No one can ever come to me.
I'm not saying it's conclusive.
It's but it's like you'll say it.
I have a raised eyebrow. I have a raised eyebrow about some of this stuff.
Well, I mean, you have to fucking, you got to be cautious on everything. But what works the best is when you go off of evidence, okay? Not off of speculation, but when you go off of evidence, when you can come with evidence supporting your claims of these guys are fucking doing some shady shit, good, I want to see it. But until then, the only evidence that I have seen has been evidence in support of what we're trying to do. That's all I've seen. So my personal feelings on the guy are fucking put aside to the fucking to the science, to the fucking truth that's out there. Not because I don't like the guy or because I can give two fucks. It has nothing to do with that. All I want is the fucking truth. I'm not worried about this guy's trying to fucking bullshit. I know who a bullshit artist is. I know when people are trying to fucking bullshit me. That's easy to see in the UFO world, and it's easy to see when people are being.
I'll grant you that,
being
Kyle.
honest.
You are very good at figuring out bullshit.
I am. I'm just saying. I can sniff out bullshit a mile away. These guys are legitimately trying to bring out UFOs. He studied it for, however long ATIP was running. Careful. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Look at this. Look who snuck in here. Say hi, Andromeda. Say hi. They can't see.
Okay.
We haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi
man.
there.
Oh, my goodness.
Say hi.
This is she got her little pretty headband.
You got your little headband on? Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
You look so pretty.
Say my little princess.
Yeah, you look so pretty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? You talking up the storm, huh?
Or do you know where the lighter fluid is?
Yeah, not butane, but lighter fluid.
Lighter fluid.
Yeah.
Go.
Go. All right, go. Go. I'll get in a second. Sorry about that, you guys.
No worries.
Yeah, my fucking sisters are tired.
But that's what I've been saying for years, even back then. I just want to see the whole video.
Oh, right. Me too. I agree. And I understand that there's reasons why they do what they do. I understand that, they don't want to give certain information away. And by, certain parts of the video must give away information that they don't want revealed. I can understand that. But at the same time, I can also understand that aren't there ways to, manipulate the footage to be able to release most of it without giving away, what it is? I mean, can't they release it and say, just not tell us, that it came from this sensor or whatever? Can't they just say, listen, this is some of the shit that we collected, but the means on how we collected it, that is in fact classified, but we will let you see the video, but we can't tell you how we obtained the video. I would still be cool with that. I mean, fuck, that would be cool. But you know what, though? But if that did happen, then you motherfuckers would have a fucking field day and be like, oh, well, they can't tell us what the video comes from, blah, blah, blah. And you guys would just go off on them anyway. So that's why they don't do that fucking shit. They got to have everything fucking supporting it and all that fucking shit, because us in the UFO field, we're all fucking so, finicky that we're just like, we try to jump on any little fucking thing and prove that someone's fucking wrong about something, even when the fucking evidence isn't there. You're just pulling it out of fucking thin air because I think it's mostly because of jealousy. I think because I can't see there's no actual evidence supporting any claims that these guys are doing anything nefarious. But I mean, there's plenty of evidence to support that, motherfuckers like Corey Good or David Wilcox or,
That's
fucking,
the worst
or
of the
Clifton
worst.
Stone or fucking, all these guys, or fucking Stephen Greer and shit. All these guys are out there making up bullshit, spreading fucking lies.
Dude, Corey Good is so bad it makes Stephen Greer look lucid.
Right? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, but so you got this guy out there, but I don't see people out there fucking talking shit about him. I see fucking interviews with him and shit. No one's talking shit about him. Even though he's clearly out there spreading disinformation because the information he's putting out is in fact complete lies. So it's like, well, what
It's
the
a
fuck? But
grift.
you want to give Lou Elizondo a hard time, a guy who worked for the Pentagon, who worked for the fucking for ATIP investigating UFOs, who's come out and told everybody that this is what his job was, and that he believes that UFOs he knows for a fact UFOs do exist, and that there needs to be further study on it, and he's trying to help push this fucking narrative, and that's it. But people want to give him a hard time over it because why? Because he's all up in the news. Everyone wants to interview him, and it's like, so what? Good, let them interview him. Who gives a fuck? Like, I don't understand like what the problem is with that. Like I really I didn't understand when they had that interview on in a second.
No, okay,
Here, in right here. Or no, it's just regular lighter fluid.
That's fine.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking for some
I'm
fucking.
sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, I don't understand what people's problem is with Elizondo, who's literally done nothing wrong in the UFO field. He's fucking been totally legit, and people just make up bullshit to try to make him look bad. And like the interview on Third Phase and Moon or whatever, where Dr. J, when Andy Goliath was doing an interview with him, and then Third Phase and Moon was calling in with questions. And then Gufon was reporting, like he was like narrating throughout the video. Did you guys see that one?
I have
Like
not
he
seen it.
he fucking like they asked Elizondo a question, and Elizondo for a half a second was like well, and he like was like kind of like stuttered for a half a second, just trying to figure out what to say, and fucking Rich like stops the video and is like, "Oh, look right there! That proves like he's fucking lying. He's trying to trick us and shit like that." And it's just like you're just fucking reaching there. Like I'm like the guy clearly is like it's like he's just trying to fucking figure out what to say, and you're just jumping on anything you can do to attack him. Not the substance of what he's saying, not the context of what he's saying, but because of him stuttering for a second or trying to think about what he was saying. That's what you use to attack him. It's like you got nothing. You really do. You really have nothing, and they're just fucking reaching for it. And I just don't understand what the problem is, because I thought this is exactly what we wanted in the UFO world. Is we wanted disclosure. This is a guy who's trying to work for it just like we are. We're all on the same fucking team here, and yet we got people fucking hating on him for what? Give me a reason why we're hating on him. Not your fucking beliefs, not like, oh well, because I think he's doing this. No, give me some evidence that gives me a reason to fucking believe that he's full of shit. Other than that, everything else that I've seen he's a fucking good guy. He's a good guy. He's doing what we want in the UFO field. Like it just doesn't make any sense to me. And
Alex is
yeah.
backstage, mate.
Oh, get his ass up here, dude.
See, I think most
There we go.
people's problems with him is because he avoids the hard questions.
He what?
Yeah.
He avoids the hard questions.
He avoids the hard questions. Candace. Here.
Mine it takes
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I mean, look, yeah, we'll read some stuff from the chat. He just says that he can't talk about things. It's my only issue.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with
Derek.
that. Well, I mean,
But
he's
of
gonna
course,
obviously have stuff that's classified.
yeah, exactly. But
So
of course, maybe he can't because he can't talk about it. Which is one thing that I kind of I don't take away from him because I said there is things, and I know we all want to know the truth. I know we all. I want to know the fucking absolute tippity top of it, but I can understand why there is a certain reason for sometimes, or say militarily speaking, that we have to keep some secrets. I get that. I'm not stupid. I understand
yeah,
that shit. So I understand that Lou, and if did do service and could possibly still be under service, I could see why he would say, "I can't talk about that shit. I can't
yeah,
talk about that shit." I get that shit. A lot of people are just like, "No, god dang it, you've been on the shows, you've been with fucking the guy from Blink 182. Tell us everything, god dang it." Maybe you
yeah.
can't. Maybe you can't. Maybe you
You
can't.
can't do it.
Honestly, maybe you can't. I get that shit. But do I think maybe that? Because I still think that what I mean, still, if the government doesn't want all this shit to be like, even all the skinwalker shit, all the UFO shit on say Travel Channel, on History Channel, if they didn't want that shit to be put on, it wouldn't be on there, dude. I don't care how much they
Right,
say that. I don't care how much they say they're trying to break the mystery and how much TTSA was supposed to be like oh, here we go, here comes disclosure. I was like, dude, they're not gonna post this shit on TV or something, man. I was just like,
right.
they're not going to make a show out of it. I guess they're going to report on the news. We were waiting for this report, but man, could say Lou fallen into that spot maybe unwillingly to be maybe a Doty where he has to now he has to fucking say what the government is telling him. No, because honestly, even if Lou has the biggest secrets, like he says, he can't tell us all the shit. So believe me,
Yeah,
there's a reason why Lou's not saying everything that he knows.
correct.
So at the same time, I'm like, okay, but even if he wanted to say it, I don't think they would allow him to say it and put it on TV.
And
Like if Lou tomorrow said, you know what, fuck everything, fuck my oath, I'm gonna tell everybody everything. Let me go on CNN. But I bet you CNN, they're not gonna broadcast that shit.
of
They're
course they
not.
wouldn't. They're not going to
They're
broadcast
not.
classified information. It's
No,
not going to happen.
exactly. It's just not. It's not going to happen. So I can
You know.
understand
Well,
that
I don't think
aspect.
CNN signed an NDA, but Lou probably did.
Yeah, that too. And who knows? Like I just and I don't like saying all getting to like conspiracies and all that bullshit about the news and everything because we've all heard the fake news and all this shit.
Yeah,
But do I think that certain companies and certain people that have a lot of power actually have like a little bit of push on what gets put on those news places? Yes,
of course.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yes. And so I think that if there was something really like mind blowing in the UFO world, it's not going to be on CNN. It's not going to be on
Well,
like and it's not going to be on the History Channel. It's not going to be on any of those shows. Dolan is not going to come out tomorrow and say, "Hey, check it out. It's real. It's fucking real."
think about this.
Greer's not going to come on tomorrow and show you an actual plane. I mean, craft landing on somebody's lawn and saying, "There it is. I told y'all. I told
So,
y'all it's real." They're
but
not going
what do you think that Elizondo could have said, or what in your mind would you say that gives you some reason to say that he might be like Richard Doty? Like,
no.
give me an
To me,
example where he's like
somebody,
trying to spread some
because
kind of
somebody,
bullshit.
because somebody needs to play that role. There has to be. There has to be.
Yeah,
There
but
has
I mean,
there has to be somebody. There has to be
I'm
somebody.
sure that
There has to be a Doty. There has to be.
but
So
how? Why is
so
it Elizondo? Why is it not Greer?
because he's the
Why
man.
is it
Because
not
Greer's too
Dolan?
full of shit.
Greer seems like it's more on a personal, like on a personal ride, and Elizondo seems like he was put there. If it's not by
See,
himself,
these are all just
he's an agent.
speculations and
He's an
theories. There
agent,
is
bro.
no evidence.
Bro,
There's
but he
nothing you
no,
can point to say
but
that
he no,
he's
but
like that.
he is a legit government agent. He is. So he has to, even though every time he says I can't say, it's
Yeah.
because there's a reason why. So
Well, yeah.
at the same time, he's hiding something
But that's the thing.
because
He's
it
not
else
going
he's saying,
around
hey,
spreading
I don't give a
bullshit.
fuck
He's
about none of
not
these guys.
saying it. You get it? Like he
Yeah,
needs to
but
be
there's
going
a
out
reason why.
saying stuff to be like Doty. Doty goes around spreading misinformation. Okay. Elizondo is the exact opposite. He's not
No, well,
telling
Doty,
it.
when that shit was happening with Doty, He wasn't telling anybody he was a disinformation agent. That came later.
No, but he was telling
A
them. He was
lot
feeding
later.
them. He was
That
feeding
came
them
later.
misinformation, though.
When he said, you know what,
Kyle has a point. Kyle has actually a
I was
point.
like, I was using this fucking guy. I was telling him a bunch of bullshit. That came out later. Which who knows? In 20 years, Lou might come out and be like, you know what, I am Doty.
What did you say, Cons?
You have a point. You have a point. In order to spread misinformation, you have to spread information. So if you're not saying anything, then you're not spreading misinformation.
Oh, that's disinformation 101.
Thank you.
First thing you learn
101.
is 5 to 10% of it has to be the truth.
You know, well, you have to go around and say it though, but he's not.
It doesn't work.
He's sitting there saying, I can't say anything because it's classified. Whereas Doty's going around spreading, actually telling misinformation. So they're on the opposite ends of the spectrum. You know.
Well, Doty told y'all later what he was doing, but when he was doing that shit,
I mean,
he wasn't telling none of y'all what he was doing.
How many people to this day consider MJ12, Majestic 12, to be an absolute fact? And we now know 100%. That was Richard Doty disinformation.
Man, you know what?
But it was information.
But it was information.
but now is it 100% like real?
No, it's 100%
I don't
fake.
know. You know, no, I couldn't say that now because when I first read that report, and I'm talking about this is probably like the late 80s, early 90s when I read this shit.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
and I was
didn't
like,
know it was fake.
Wow.
Then, although
and I was like, this is it.
Maybe not me.
This is what I was waiting to fucking read.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so. For most people, if you guys don't know what MJ12 is, it stands for the Majestic 12. These are supposedly 12 guys who ran the very first UFO program, and all the UFO information went through them, and so that's what these documents got
like
released
what Lou was doing.
These documents got released to
Alex sees what I see. There's a pattern here. There's a pattern, and Lou Elizondo fits it.
Fits it to a T.
That's my suspicion.
To a T.
I see a pattern.
What's the pattern?
It could be. I'm not saying it is. I can't prove it. Do I have direct evidence it's a disinformation op?
So right now, basically, you fit the profile more than he does because you're actually spreading the information, whereas opposed to fucking Elizondo was actually not saying anything because it's classified.
Look, Lou is either a really fucking brave dude for doing what he did. You know what the government wants us to hear.
Alex, try to do your mic again, dude.
Is it fucking up?
Yeah.
No?
I drop out and come back in.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. It just, that's the thing. You have to be spreading misinformation, to be like Richard Doty. Whereas Elizondo, all he's doing is, and everything he's saying is stuff that you can fucking verify and validate, and it's stuff that he can't say because it's classified. He's not talking about.
Well,
so
what have we got from Elizondo other than some videos that are
weird?
They're admittedly weird.
He worked in ATIP, investigating UFOs for the government for however long. So that's basically all. That's all. He's just
that's
another.
All we have.
Yeah, but that's exactly that's all we have.
It's not much. It's not a lot.
No, it's not a lot, but it's all we got. So I mean, I'm just saying, who cares what about that? I'm saying, what is it that he's doing that is nefarious, that makes him a bad guy?
I think. Well, we're not saying he's a bad guy.
No, that's exactly what
I are just saying that.
That's exactly what you guys are saying. Is that the guy is fucking shady? That he's fucking up to something?
It's fishy.
That he fits the profile of fucking.
It's fishy.
Tell me what he's doing wrong. Give me the evidence to support what you're saying.
Dude, I don't have much more than a hunch.
We also have to
hunch. Fucking hunch? Are you fucking kidding me? You can't do that shit on a hunch, dude. You can't go on a fucking hunch, okay?
Kyle, you have to be fair. Given the history of all this stuff, there's real necessity to be suspicious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
so I totally get that, but on
this
the other hand, I also get your
isn't the
point. There's
first
no
time.
no
This isn't
evidence
the
for
first time. It's the third time. We're talking about Project Blue Book, which wasn't totally bullshit, but the purpose of Blue Book was to get the public disinterested in UFOs. We know that now. We know about Richard Doty and all the stuff that came out in the late 80s. That was a disinformation op to distract the public and also foreign intelligence services from classified operations that were going on at American bases in the United States Southwest. We know that.
Okay, so yeah.
So this AATIP smells like the same kind of thing.
How is it even close? How is it even microscopically related? How are the things
Nobody
even?
doubted. Nobody. Well, the UFO community at large, except I would say probably 50% accepted MJ12, and probably 20 to 30% of people in the community still accept MJ12 to this day.
Okay, let me
know
break
that
this
was
down.
a disinfo op.
Let me break this down real quick. Okay, so for like I already explained what MJ12 was for everybody, but
Right.
I want to go a little bit. I'm going to take it a step further. All right, how many people here on the panel actually read all of the MJ12 documents?
I read some of it. I read it.
Okay, I read all of it. All right, and you would have to be a fucking mental. You would straight up have to have fucking been kicked in the head by a fucking mule when you were a baby to believe that this shit was real. It is the most when you start going through those documents and you
Kyle,
get to
I'm gonna defend you.
so
I'm gonna defend you
ridiculous.
and disagree with you at the same time. I'm gonna say that you have a good mind. You have a good critical eye. You have a good critical eye for picking things out. But people are going to, if you feed people disinformation, that stuff that they want to believe, they're going to buy it, most of them.
Yeah, that's true. But if you have level-headed people reading the same information, you can clearly see that the MJ12 documents were a complete fabrication. I mean,
And they
okay,
don't
the
fit
guy
the
who
format of
released
a
them,
classified document.
yeah, the guy who released them was a filmmaker who was going to make a movie about fucking secret documents about a guy doing exactly what, and he said he just got them in the mail, and they were just photographs, not actual documents, but photographs of these documents. And but when you actually read through them, and it starts talking about the aliens' agenda and shit like that, and they're having meetings and shit, it gets so outlandish. It is literally like somebody, like a schizophrenic, is writing a story about the government's meeting aliens and shit.
Right.
It's ridiculous, it gets so outlandish that there's just no fucking way you could possibly think that this stuff is fucking true. It's just
but a lot of people thought it was and still do.
Well, you know why? Because you get people like Stanton Friedman supporting them, okay? And you guys want to I'm gonna go out here and say Stanton Friedman may have been a fucking doty, okay?
I don't buy that.
And he fooled all of you fucking guys. All right.
I don't agree with Stanton about Roswell.
He's out there.
I think Stanton was on the up and up. I just don't think
he fucking wrote Crash at Corona. All right. He is the one who helped bring Roswell into the fucking mainstream. And the truth is that he had over he comes out and he says we have over 500 witnesses at the Roswell incident. Dude, I don't think 500 people lived in Roswell in fucking 1947, dude. There might have been fucking 50 or something. I'm like, what do you 500 witnesses? What did every single person in the town of Roswell witness this fucking thing? Like, are you serious? In the newspaper, okay, in the fucking paper, if you read the actual story, not just the headline that Army retrieves flying discs, but if you read the story, it straight up says that the Army retrieved balsa wood and tinfoil and tape from the crash site. All right. And the general says, he goes, I don't know how anyone could fly, like a person could fly in this machine. And he's like, I don't see how this machine could even support an engine. So it doesn't seem to make any sense. This is, of course, it was a weather balloon. He's like, I don't even see how it could hold an engine, let alone anything. He's like, it was made of balsa wood and tape. What UFO is made from balsa wood and tape? Okay, that it doesn't. What makes sense is that it was a fucking weather balloon, and
Yeah.
you got Mac Brazel who came into town and said, oh, yeah, this fucking uneducated, fucking illiterate yokel who's out comes and goes, yeah, there's a damn spaceship on the fucking yard, you know, it's just spreading the shit at a fucking barn or at a bar. And he goes and tells the fucking military that, oh, there's a UFO when these flying saucers crash, because he's a fucking illiterate cowboy working on the ranch who, you know, fucking seen a comic book about motherfucking flying saucers. He goes, oh, this what it must be, you know, and he goes around spreading this shit. And so this is the information that they're getting first, is that it's a fucking flying disc. And so when reporters actually call in and ask, the fucking people at the desk are like, yeah, we're retrieving a disc. They had not a fucking clue. They're just going off of what Mac Brazel came in and told them. Some fucking drunken, illiterate farmhand who comes in, you know, from the bar telling them that it's a goddamn fucking UFO. There's just no fucking evidence supporting that. And then you got Stan Friedman out there saying, oh yeah, this is fucking legitimate, when Jesse Marcel was like straight up like, we didn't know what it was. That, not that it was fucking alien. He tries to frame the interview in a way that makes it look like he's saying that it's fucking alien. But to watch the complete unedited fucking video interview with Jesse Marcel, you can clearly see that Jesse Marcel knew for a fact that it was not anything extraterrestrial, that it was in fact a fucking weather balloon, and that he absolutely knew this to be true. And if you just watch the entire interview with him, but Stanton Friedman has the video edited in a way to make it look like, oh, he's agreeing that it's a possibility that it might be alien. When if you watch the whole video, that is not the case. All right. So already there's a couple things that, you know, Stanton Friedman, but I can understand that. Sure, he's trying to sell a book, and you know, he's trying to make
Yeah,
some
I
money.
mean, we can establish. I think
You know,
Stanton is sincere.
I
Jesse
think Stanton
Marcel.
is sincere too. I'm just saying that, you know what, there's a better chance of him being a Doty suspect than Elizondo, because of this. He was working with what's his face, Bob, oh god, what's his face, you know, fucking the guy who's working, who's feeding information to the Air Force and shit, and Paul Benowitz. And
Oh yeah.
to the CIA. He was working. Stan Friedman was working with him, and they wrote the book on Crash at Corona together. All right, and that guy worked for the CIA and for these other guys, just helping spread disinformation through the UFO community. All right, so it's like he already worked with a guy who was spreading disinformation. And then he's out there spreading this shit, saying, "Oh yeah, this is true, that's true," and then then when other legitimate shit comes through, like Bob Lazar, then you got Stan Freeman out there saying, "Oh, this guy's full of shit," and blah blah blah, you know. But his Roswell story, now that's legitimate, even though all the evidence suggests that it was in fact, just like they said, a goddamn weather balloon. I mean, it just seems like there's more of a chance of him being a Doty. I'm not saying that he is. I'm saying that there's more of a chance that he is over Elizondo, who's everything that he's saying is stuff that we can verify ourselves and validate that to be true, and everything else he can't talk about. He's not. It's classified, and he's not breaking his fucking his clearance. You know, he's not fucking telling any state secrets, and he's just remaining silent on it. You know, so it's like I don't see anything that he's actually doing wrong, trying to push any kind of narrative other than UFOs exist and that we need congressional hearing on them, and we need science to be able to study this, and we need academia to be able to study this in an environment where they're not being ridiculed and made fun of, but it needs to be taken seriously so we can understand the scientific applications from these devices, that there's something here that we can learn from, and what they are, who's piloting them is second to the science behind it.
But
That's
why
what
go
they're
to Tom
about.
DeLonge?
Tom DeLonge came to them. He didn't go to Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge found
my
him.
understanding is Tom DeLonge was UFOs from the beginning, and they approached him.
No. Tom DeLonge went on a fucking hunt and brought everybody together. All right, he brought Christopher Mellon, Lou Elizondo, Eric Davies, Hal Puthoff. He brought them all together. It was because of him, and going John Podesta and all these other guys. He's like a
I
facilitator.
actually
He
created
brought them all
John
together.
Podesta's user account, but
You should
Right.
just watch the History Channel, Unidentified. It tells you the whole story about how these guys met and what they all did or whatever. And
yeah,
it
I haven't seen that. So
yeah, you should watch it. It straight up tells you how it was him who fucking brought everybody together. So I'm sorry, Q. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Alex is backstage. Plus, I'm gonna have to go, mate. I need to go and get me beauty sleep.
All right, buddy.
Later on.
yeah,
Thanks
it's
for
getting late.
joining
I
us,
gotta
Q.
put on
No!
another 20 minutes, and then I gotta call it. I will say,
Okay.
what was?
Yeah, me
Hold
too.
on, I'm gonna write this down, Kyle. What was the thing on History Channel you were talking about?
Unidentified.
Okay, I will watch that.
You're gonna hate it.
Awesome.
You're gonna hate
By
it,
the way,
Cyrus.
Kyle. By the way, Kyle, you've also just had 3 donations from Herito, Alex, and UFO Bro.
Yeah, we're
I
getting
didn't
kudos in the
even
chat.
see those because of these. Thanks, you guys, so much. I appreciate the fucking super chats. I'm sorry we had the fucking cocksuckers on here trolling the fuck out of us, and so I turned the comments off. I couldn't even see them. Oh fuck! Thank you so much for the fucking super chat, UFO Bro, fucking Alex. Thank you, brother. I love you guys, man. Fucking, I'm sorry. I couldn't even see them, dude. And Q,
Yeah,
thank you
you're
for
getting super
saying
chats.
something, man.
Right, well, I'm gonna shoot off. So, have a good one, guys.
All right, Q. We'll
Later,
see you
Q.
next
Great
time.
seeing
Okay.
you all on.
Bye, Q.
And
No, you're not gonna leave me like a
thanks for
cheap
everybody in
date.
chat.
You're gonna just leave me like a cheap date? No, you're
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm
No, you're
going
not.
too.
But you are.
All right, Jack.
not. You
Have fun, buddy.
bastards.
Thanks for
I'll
having me
smell
up.
you later, guys.
Hey, thank you, Alex. I fucking love you, brother. You're the man, dude.
I'm still staying. I don't. Fuck
Yeah,
you, Q.
everybody's saying
Night,
we should do
Jeff.
this every Friday.
Well,
Well,
yeah, that's the
I love
the
it,
plan. That's the
Well, I
plan.
got a chance. I'm going to throw a couple of recommendations out. I turned Q on the this first podcast, Strange Arrivals. It's like very professionally produced. They have the best dig in an investigation into the Betty and Barney Hill case that I have ever heard. And I read both the books. I read the psychologist book, and who's the author's name? The guy that I can't think of him. The Interrupted Journey. The name of the book.
Stanton Friedman. He helped write fucking Interrupted Journey and shit.
Yeah, Interrupted Journey is one. I read both those books, and they had stuff in that podcast I'd never heard. So that's the first season of. It's called Strange Arrivals. You can find it on iTunes. They just finished their second season. They go into Richard Doty. In fact, they interview Richard Doty. So if you want to go into a deep dig on Richard Doty, they got all kinds of stuff on him. They do a deep dig on Bentwaters. Excellent podcast. The other one I've been listening to, it's not like as much of a professional production. It's more like 2 dudes in the basement with some recording equipment. It's called The Saucer Life. If you're entertained by super weird shit, even if you don't believe it, which is definitely me, Saucer Life is a good podcast. But definitely Strange Arrivals. Give that one a listen. They just finished season 2 like yesterday.
Oh, okay, cool.
And season 1 is a total investigation into Betty and Barney Hill, and it's excellent. It's freaking great.
Oh, that's cool, man. I honestly am not very interested in Betty and Barney Hill, but that's still cool anyway. I'll still have to fucking check them
I
out.
like the story. I
got
think Betty and Barney Hill are sincere.
I
Do I
believe
think
it
they were
too.
abducted by aliens?
You know. So you believe that so you must believe in aliens and extraterrestrials are coming here and UFOs if you believe the Betty and Barney Hill case.
I don't believe Betty and Barney Hill is. I think they're sincere. I don't think they're lying, but I think their psychologist was right all along.
What?
That
UFO,
Betty
bro,
dreamed that stuff. She dreamed it up, and she told Barney about it, and Barney started getting freaked out about it.
right? Huh? But I mean,
And I
shit
read his book,
happens.
and I think he's right.
You know, very true, man. But UFO, bro, you're the fucking man. Thank you, brother. He says, "Here we go again, Coop." LOL.
Guys, to be honest, I'm gonna
She
drop off.
convinced him. Yeah, Harry Toe's got it.
Okay,
I used to write off Harry. I used to write off Betty Hill as being some kind of crazy person. I don't know that she's necessarily crazy, and I've posted some things that I think are kind of mean about her in the past. I actually like Betty and Barney Hill. I think they're nice people.
Do you think
they were? I mean, they're both gone now.
Do you think
they're both nice people?
Do you think it's a lie?
It's not a lie, but it's not extraterrestrials either.
Yeah, man. Well, okay, and I know there's other cases before that too, Cyrus.
Villas Boas is the one everybody talks about. I'm sure Kyle knows what that
well,
is.
That's the first. That's like the first abduction case that was made in
Were
America. There was one
were
beforehand of Villa Boas, but in South America, but that's a whole different. Or Brazil, but
well, they did. Oh, it's so crazy though. I mean, I guess when the Gray phenomena happened was pretty much with Betty and Barney, right? Where that shit just blew the fuck up.
Not really. Okay, so they were like the first people to describe like the gray aliens.
It was like the first commercial blow up of it, right?
Yeah, like they started like the aliens were in UFOs abducting people, and then I think the Gray phenomenon really took off with Whitley Strieber and Communion.
With Communion.
Yeah.
I read that book, man, when I was like 12 years old. Bro.
That is the scariest book I've ever read in my fucking life.
Bro.
Right?
There is no book ever that scared me more. Like Stephen King has got nothing on Communion. Communion is the scariest book I ever read in my life.
Even the movie, just this, honestly, I don't even give a fuck about the rest of the movie, but just that one little scene.
That one scene is scary as hell.
Where the Gray just looks over.
Yeah,
where the Gray.
It's like. Hold on, let me see if I can do it with the camera.
Where the Gray peeks over.
It's just like.
Ooh, because that would, to me, I don't know. I mean, honestly, as much as I've been involved in ufology, I've never had dreams of being abducted or nothing. But I said, you know what? In my dreams, I guess if I just woke up and I looked at my doorway and I saw something do that, that would scare the shit out of me.
God,
dude.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That movie's not very good, but that scene is
just
scary as shit.
Because I mean, me studying, maybe the phenomena, I was just like, God, I guess, like even seeing my doorway right there, I was like, if I looked over right now,
because of him and Whitley Strieber,
and I saw one of those,
it was because of him that the whole probing thing got started.
Yep.
He brought up being
aliens probed my ass.
And then after him,
Communion.
Yeah, everyone started making fun of it, saying, "Oh, aliens are all fucking going around probing everybody."
Well, probing did become a thing, but I mean that's been discussed for a while. But probing, I remember probing being like maybe in the mid '90s, probing became a thing. People getting probed.
Whitley Strieber went to Christopher Walken, and he said, "I think you're playing me too crazy." And Christopher Walken said, "If the shoe fits."
Hey, Christopher Walken, he's a genius. I mean, as an actor, I love that motherfucker, man.
Oh yeah, Walken's great, man.
King of New York, man. I love me some King of New York.
Walken's great.
Hey, and he was in he did the movie for Strieber. He was like I don't know. You know what? That case was always so weird because the book was so scary to me, Cyrus. So the book was like, wow. And when I saw the movie, it was a little disappointing because
the movie's bad. It's a bad movie.
Yeah, the scariest part was, I want to say maybe the alien. And when he asked him to fucking let me smell you, which was in the book, which to me was a little trippy part because he says so he could remember his experiences, Kyle, that Whitley actually asked one of the fucking beings to smell them because he wanted to remember what they smell like. And he actually, and they said that he gave them their hand, and he actually smelled their hand. And
the thing, we just lost Alex.
Yeah, you're about to lose me too. I gotta drop off.
And my phone
can...
is actually about to die. I'm trying to look for a charger because it's gonna fucking die. But I think
I'm only gonna be able to go about another 10 minutes anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just jump it because my phone is literally not gonna make it, and it's gonna die in like a minute here.
Great discussion, man.
Yeah, for real.
Now I gotta go find evidence that Lou is. I mean, there's some stuff that's fucking fishy, man, especially about AATIP.
Go find it first before you make that fucking claim, dude. Okay, you go find it.
I can't prove anything, but it's fishy, dude.
All right,
fishy.
But man, I had a great time with you guys, man. It was so much fun, and we're going to be doing this every Friday. So you guys at home, make sure you guys come and join us, and we'll be doing other hangouts throughout the weeks and interviews. I got an interview with Tyler from Secure Team coming up. I got an interview with Alien Addict coming up. So you guys make sure you guys check out that. Make sure you go pick up UFO proof merchandise. And everyone, thank you guys for the super chats. I fucking love you guys. You guys fucking rock, man. I couldn't do it without you guys. Cons, man, it was so great seeing you. Cyrus, so great seeing you guys. DB Cooper, Alex, fucking Jax, fucking Qvid, everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I will see you guys next time. All right.
I posted a link to Strange Arrivals in the chat. So if you want to check out
cool.
Because people were asking about it. Yeah, if you want to check out that podcast, season 1 is Betty and Barney Hill.
All right, cool.
Then there's season 2, which is Bent Waters and then Richard Doty.
All right, sounds good, you guys. Okay, I'm out of here, you guys. Thanks, you guys. I'll see you guys next time. All right, UFO proof out. All right, later, you guys.